Hi everyone, I'm Airier, and today we're going to be looking at, as far as I know, the final crap guide to D&D, Dungeon Master by Jocat. Now, I don't really know what to say here because I've never been a Dungeon Master. I don't know anything about that, and my general reaction is, so, what's a Dungeon Master be like? Oh, I know! How do I kill everyone? But in ways that they won't complain about nearly as much. Or, if you're really, really done with that group, how do I give them the deck of many things? It really comes out to the same thing either way. Yeah. I don't know where he's going to go with this one, but I'm really looking forward to this because I've heard so much about this specific video. There's been a few in this series that have been heavily recommended. And this is probably the one that is both the most recent because it came out just a matter of months ago at the end of 2020. So, hey, something good happening in 2020. Yay! And more importantly, this is something I've heard he brought in a lot of D&D creators to make a massive collaboration. So I don't know what I'm getting into here, but I'm really excited. And if anyone has any idea what they want to see next, let me know because I might be looking for another series after this. I'm going to also watch his Monster Hunter videos, but I want to get some idea of what to look at next. A lot of people have mentioned the animated spell books, but whatever it is, just let me know because I want to find out. And more importantly, there's a link below to the original video. Make sure to hit up because if you haven't already, it's Jocat. You know he's good. He's hilarious and he's a great draw or great animator? Drawer? Artist? Let's go with that. Yeah, artist. So just make sure to hit him up. And when you're done with that, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, do all that stuff, and let's get started. And right off the bat, this is not the normal intro card. Warning. This is the culmination of 2 years of this strange and crass and silly series I'm proud of, and 3 years doing this crazy job I'm still baffled by. Thank you to everyone who has joined me on this journey. Whether it be from my very first video on the channel or from discovering me in the past week. That's almost me at this point. The thought that I've brought smiles to people or introduced so many to this wonderful pastime, or even that some just like what I do, is a thought that I will cherish for the rest of my life. Thank you, Jocat. Honestly, it's hard to believe that he's been doing this series for almost 2 years. I just got in and I saw them all. I was like, I want more. And this being the culmination is kind of terrifying because I want more. I mean, I know he's actually done animations, but I want more. I'm not even done with the video and I want more of it. 20 minutes is not enough. Maybe it is, but whatever.
So you've got a character sheet all written out and a couple of friends who want to play D&D, but you're missing one vital component. The world, the characters, the laws of physics everyone's going to break to make
People
the
need
cool
physics?
moments you'll commission artists on the internet to draw for you. But such a role requires leadership, initiative, a total willingness to have a bunch of children stomp on all your ideas in favor of doing funny memes.
Is that the Rogan Barbarian? That's the
Despite
Rogan
all that,
Barbarian.
such a title has an extremely low barrier to entry and is probably the most important thing at your entire role-playing table.
And it's gone.
It will not exist. So anybody and everybody should perform the duty at least once for the sake of their fellow players, begging for a chance to experience this wonderful pastime. So long as I don't have to be the one to do it. What? Fine.
Okay, 1, that was not the word I thought he was going to say. 2, I love it how his entire spiel right here is, yeah, great, you should all DM. This is a great thing to do. Everyone should do it. It's a very low bar of entry, but everyone should do it at least once, and not me. I have seen this actual conversation play out. Not in my current campaign, because my current DM is actually someone who wanted to DM. The rest of the players, I was like, okay, so we have this big group on Discord and nobody wants to DM because everyone wants to play. And it's fun just seeing things get together. And I've been in this conversation. That's just so, yes, this is the conversation, including that little, we're not disappointed. We're just kind of not surprised, but you should probably consider it. Look, that these three are just giving right here, and I just love it. So accurate.
Welcome to a crap guide to Dungeons.
Oh God, they're all sitting around the table. Oh, that is so cool.
The Dungeon Master.
Oh, that is so cool. For some reason, also, my mouse decided not to work. But all of them are turned... Oh, she's holding on. Oh, God, Oh, there's so many little details I never noticed before. Not just that they're all turned around to face him because he's the Dungeon Master. Not just because the gobbo has been changed to face him as well. But the paladin and the tiefling bard, she's holding his shield and they're holding hands. Oh my god, that's adorable. I love this. Barbarian has the axe. The wild mage is, wild druid is starting their wild shape, just with the one arm so far. Oh god, sorcerer T-posing. I love this. Sorry, I ship it.
The Dungeon Master, or Game Master, if you like clay in your soup, is the mind behind the magic and who decides just about everything that happens in the game besides the player's own choices.
Is that Boba Fett? Oh, God.
Control and describe literally every single little detail that happens during the game, as you are the game. The game cannot exist without a Dungeon Master. As the DM, you call the shots based on how the rules work, or if you don't like the rules and say, shoot that poot and come up with your own. Otherwise, how else are you supposed to know if your rules lawyering player is giving you correct information and isn't just making an elaborate manipulative plot to trick you into giving them a pet displacer beast? Fortunately for you, if you aren't sure or don't remember how a certain rule works, you can always just look it up, because being a good DM is about applying information, not memorizing it, unlike the American education system. Outside of the rules, though, you are the bridge between the players and the fans.
Wow, I feel personally attacked by that completely accurate assessment. Ooh. Also, I love the fact he called out the sorcerer for rules lawyering, and then he just gave him a displacer beast. While my initial thought was that he gave the sorcerer a displacer beast, I'm assuming it was more he got mauled by one. It works both ways.
Fantasy world they're playing in, describing everything that's going on in excruciating detail.
He squirts some in his mouth and gargles. He takes off the lid. What the? Continuous berries. Barry readjusts his hair, starts to leave. Janet Benson, you've got some lint on your fuzz. She picks it off. Barry, ow, that's me. Why? Barry, I told you, stop flying in the house. Intro to Barry. I think this guy down in the corner has the right idea, because I'm just looking at this and I know if I ask, someone will probably tell me where this is from. But I'm not sure I want to know, because I got the distinct impression this is going to be something that's kind of like one of those emergence problems where if I find out, I won't forget it ever. Yeah, we're just going to move on.
Detail, like a radio show, but with a lot more awkward pauses. Everything they fuck, marry, or kill is through the context of how you describe it, which means you have to be incredibly deliberate with your vocabulary and respect the Oxford comma, or else you...
Okay, I'd like to point out that only applies to everyone but bards. The first one applies to bards no matter what. You don't have to do anything. It will be a bard. You know what I mean. Bards. The reason multi-class races or multi-race classes exist.
You might make the wrong translation of what's going on
Flying
in your brain
rocks.
to the players, who may then think the innocent bystander NPC is actually a murderer because you accidentally stuttered when voicing them, saying they were just doing their tasks. There are quite a few ways information can be put across to the players, and it all comes down to the DM's preferred style of presentation. Many pop culture depictions of the nerd ritual often show an ornately carved and treated mahogany table, players dressed in professional cosplay on par with 2000s Hollywood costumes, atmospheric mood lighting that'll make a hardcore dom blush, background music and ambience that's like a spa day for your ear canals, and detailed miniatures, maps, and set pieces painted by angels using brushes made from the nose hairs of the gods. Now, do you need all these fancy, expensive, and superfluous amounts of presentation and stimulus in order to have a worthwhile Dungeons & Dragons experience for your players? Of course you do. Fork it over, bitch. Your wallet could...
Honestly, I was expecting him to say, no, you didn't, just because it's obvious. God damn. If he doesn't drop a link to buy something right now, I'll be disappointed. Money for character commissions. Yeah, it's a... I've done that. I've actually paid money for character commissions to artists who are honestly amazing, and they are linked in the videos I do for the D&D streams. But more importantly, that table, I just want to go back and admire that. That was... Oh my God. I'm not the only one who's looking at this and going, I have seen heaven, and it is a D&D specific table. Like, all of this, that's cool. That's a thing. That's really cool. Oh, I look at this and I just hear Ave Maria. That's the closest I'm going to sing. I'll never do it again. Oh God, that is beautiful. Almost looks like they have Roll20 pulled up on a tablet embedded in the table. Oh. Oh my. Behave.
To have a worthwhile Dungeons and Dragons experience for your players? Of course you do. Fork it over, bitch. Your wallet could lose a few extra pounds. But even with all the fanciest of theatrics, every Dungeon Master has to rely on the ever-prevalent theater of the mind, where everyone has to use their imagination to visualize what's happening in your grand spanking fantasy world.
They did a fantasy episode?
Doesn't have to cost hundreds
How did
of
I miss
dollars.
that?
It can be anything from a massive theatrical event to a hangout with the bros with cardboard cutout minis, to even sitting in a restaurant with napkins for character sheets and the salt and pepper shakers are the evil queen of spice and her angry white steed.
That makes sense, yeah.
You'll always eventually have to rely on the most useful creation of all mankind that can raise armies and fell nations.
Bribes?
Words. Never underestimate the power of a good thesaurus, because inevitably there will be a situation where all your fancy props won't suffice and you will have to learn how to use Old English vernacular. As the DM, most of your responsibility all boils down to allowing the players to interact with your grand spanking fantasy world. And how they do that can be summarized in one simple action: rolling dice. When a player wants to do something, anything, the DM
I'm sorry, was that what I thought it was?
That can be summarized in one simple action: rolling dice.
Oh, god damn it, it's accurate. I've heard of cardboard crack when referring to Magic the Gathering cards, but the bog standard set of dice you get when you go into most game shops and buy a small little box of them. Rectangle of them? Whatever. There's a shop near my house that sells a ton of these, and this is accurate. This is too accurate. And for anyone who doesn't know what I'm referring to here, it's definitely just a D&D thing, and there's nothing else in context related to this, and you don't need to acknowledge what you're rolling.
It's
just jointed up a bit.
If the player rolls dice,
disjointed
what
even.
dice they roll, and the outcome of the roll of the dice. Then just about everything else is an extension of that one
Cookies?
single responsibility.
Roll for cosplay, butt touch, diddle, door lock dance, voodoo, BDSM. What the? Silent fart, never. Money, cookies. Cookies and silent fart are offshoots of money. Sorry, money is an offshoot of cookies, but so are silent farts. Mental well-being, that just happens. Goat racing leads to Spider-Man and Spoot. Wait, how does BDSM and diddle door lock lead from cookies? What kind of cookies? All right, never mind. I think the previous image actually answered that one. Also, let's be completely fair about this. Kitty attack. That's not a dice roll. That was going to happen no matter what. The dice check was probably a nat 19 if you needed to get it.
Which is why nobody wants to do it, because one single responsibility is far too many. An extension of that, the DM's the encyclopedia of the D&D game.
Oh god, you're just dropping in all the word on me. Once I have to pull up the thing to do this stuff. I am not going to miss it because I want to see everything. Big book of, hold on, let me pretend to look that up when I'm really just stalling for time. When I come up with something. I'm not going to lie, that right there. This is probably the image that will make me do a DM session because I kind of want to just bullshit people like this. Oh shit, we're not even 4 minutes in and I'm already being tempted to be the DM. What is with all of Jocat's videos and making me want to do things I never even conceived of before? Dear God, it's a good thing he doesn't actually do some kind of more expensive videos. If he did Magic the Gathering, dear God, I would get back into that hobby so hard right now.
The D&D game. If there's history in the world,
it's like,
the DM's job to know it. When the
God damn, he just, ooh, that's a new model. The bard kid. No. We're going to see it. God, you're putting so much in here. So, is he like a separate entity, or does he transform after he puts the mask on? I love it acknowledging that Jocat and Joe Crap are completely different people, but also still him. You know, it's really unclear. Because whenever he draws his normal self, he's not nearly this T-posing upper body heavy. But as soon as he has the Joe Crap mask, he's this. I love this. I love that the DM is explicitly saying he doesn't know.
DM's job to know it. When the players are fighting bad guys, it's the DM's job to keep track of the enemy's abilities, hit points, and sexual orientation, just in case you never know. If a player resurrects their long-dead uncle, it's the DM's job to have
strangled by his own bra?
No said uncle was a drunk rocketeer who eats horseshoe crabs. And when the players bring up how the plot and characters are oddly similar to Lord of the Rings, it's the DM's job to kick their ass. The scariest part about being...
To be completely fair, Lord of the Rings was kind of just a generic fetch quest, so I mean, when you think about it, kind of was. It just had a lot more growth. So the reason most quests would resemble it is because it really is the basic quest and just really awesome. I like Lord of the Rings. I'm a geek.
Being a dungeon master, however, is the improv. Since you can't anticipate every single possible possibility the players can possibly make possible, you have to think on the fly and figure out how those possible things could be possible. If the player character
I'm sorry, what the hell? Also, I have met people through Discord who do plan out that level of what the fuck. One of them is actually my current DM, and we still break him. Apparently he wasn't expecting us to randomly go to the moon. Or for it to work. Kill NPC, yes. What to do with body, bury. Back to kill NPC. I don't even know what that little face is. No, friend, no. Back to killing the NPC. Friend, fuck, marry, betray, forget. They were evil all along. No, fight. Cool, evil bros. Okay, hot. Oh god, what now? Fuck this shit, I'm out. Oh god, what now? I love how hot and fuck the shit I'm out is actually leading to the exact same what the hell moment. Kill NPC, eat. What to do with body? Eat. What the fuck? Get sick. How do you even think this up? Also, I love how friend is always leading to they were evil all along. There's literally no other option there. They're always evil. I love how that's the only option because it does show his entire DM style. What to do with the body? Bury. Yep. Change mind. Resurrect them. Ooh. Order around. Okay. Turn into furniture. What? Start vibing. Now what? Vibing? I feel like I'm missing context here. Burn it because you're a punk rebel. So you revive them, turn into furniture, then killing it. What the hell? Turn into furniture, open a business, evil bros. So you kill someone, you resurrect them, and then you turn them into furniture to make a furniture store. Hi, welcome to Wild Matt's Furniture of Dead Things that are no longer dead because I revived them and made them into furniture store. It's a bit of a title, but you'll definitely agree with it or I will make you some of the pieces I sell. Thank you for coming. Remember, Crazy Mats will make sure you get what you want or I'll sell you. And then, of course, Puppet. Well, no, Puppet doesn't lead anywhere, just that. Rez, kiss it a little, get sick. I love how almost everything ends with a WTF moment.
could be possible.
And then they just
if the player
fight.
character tries to eavesdrop on somebody, you have to come up with what they hear. If somebody
Sure.
eats too many beans and farts, you gotta come up with how it smells. And if the party decides to run off some other direction rather than the main plot, you have to come up with what they run into. Like another town, or a dangerous hag, or even the main plot, because you moved it over there since the giant glowing breadcrumbs in the shape of story progress.
Yeah, sure, I mean,
this
that's
way
completely
wasn't
valid.
obvious enough. If you think you can prepare pre-written answers for every possible question the players could come up with, I'm gonna have to stop you right there because no the fuck you can't. Somebody at some point in time will do something that'll turn your no-pants bad dreams into a reality, and you gotta figure out then and there whether you're gonna get a new pair or just roll with it while the player
Roll me Arcana, what the hell? Okay, seriously.
the fuck you can't.
I want
Somebody
to keep
at
some of this
point in
art.
time will do something that'll turn
I would like to attune to this giant slice of Swiss cheese. Can you attune to random objects you're not equipping? I need to find out, and I need to abuse this somehow.
your no-pants bad dreams into a reality, and you gotta figure out then and there whether you're gonna get a new pair or just roll with it while the players see your metaphorical junk swaying in the breeze. So with all that easy to digest and totally not intimidating stack of expectations that doesn't even scratch the surface of what it takes to be a dungeon master out of the way, the question now
Vocabulary. Description, presentation, player characters, crimes, player character info, rule, improv, dialogue, and I think somewhere down there, that little speck is what's left of the DM.
becomes how does one even start being a dungeon
How do I...
master?
Oh, that's a big anchor.
No matter what, you'll want a copy of the player handbook, since it has a majority of the
Actually,
most
I might
common
need that.
rules. As far as actual content goes, though, the most baby-friendly way is to purchase a pre-written adventure, one of these buggers, which will usually have a
we're doing
plot,
Fandolin right
characters,
now.
encounters,
Finished
villains,
it,
and
actually.
plenty of faffing about material for your players. However, if that's too much punishment on your wallet, the natural safe word is making a campaign of your own. The thing about safe words, though, is it often stops things in their tracks, so it will require you to come up with most of the aforementioned plot, characters, encounters, villains, and faffing material yourself, which can take anywhere from a night of binge writing to never, because you only ever think about your ideas and never write it down. Either way you go, once you have the skeleton of your campaign ready, you gotta start filling it with internal organs. And as anyone who's taken biology can tell you, organs are gross and messy and can often go misplaced. So you just have to substitute a kidney with a moldy sponge for a bit while you go find it. That is until suddenly the blood cells start making friends with the sponge and it becomes more effective than an actual kidney and you start to question everything you've ever learned in school. So good fucking luck figuring out how to balance spending time preparing to run a campaign and spending time actually running a campaign. Do you spend entire weeks drawing maps, writing possible paths and dialogue options for characters down to the description of their cousin's boyfriend's dog's favorite chew toy? Or do you just spend the week doing some faffing about of your own and then spend the final half hour leading up to the session time frantically writing down bits from a D&D random content generator? But hey, once
I have a feeling this video's convinced me to DM. Hey, SCP symbol, nice. Why does... Oh, God. It says POG. I was going to say that I'm definitely going to be the second type of DM, minus that much preparation. I know what I said. But then I just saw the SCP, so I was like, okay, character sheet. Okay, this character is definitely evil.
Once you get a game going, the rest should come naturally. Just take it all one step at a time, and you can especially relax whenever the players start to roleplay and act on their own. Because then you can just sit back and relax and let them have their fun, and you don't even have to do dialogue for any NPCs or lore dump on them, or fuck, the rogue tried to steal the paladin's rosary beads. Yes, the dirty whale's underbelly of being a dungeon master is dealing with the barnacle infestation that is being the de facto babysitter of the group.
No snacks.
And you gotta bring out the scraper of social obligation. In some situations, more than others, the DM is expected to have a significant amount of say in organizing the playgroup since you have something of a larger leadership.
I'm sorry, did that say was that saying the cat ate the dice? Who has to shoo the cat when it starts eating all the dice? That seems like a very specific example that you seem to have examples of having happened to you. Like, is there something we need to know, Jocat? Are you going to do a random video with Dingo later? Because she apparently brings people in. And it'll be like, yeah, this one time I decided to make cheese dice and the cat ate it. I was fucked. It's like, is that going to be the next story? I don't know, and I'm kind of wanting to find out.
A larger leadership role for the game to exist than the players. You're who the players will look to
when arguing over
who gets the loot. You will be expected to have a bigger say on when the next session time will be.
I don't even know how to read
You're the
that.
one who's expected to kick out the guy who's overriding your descriptions of a pleasant-smelling flower garden with the rankness of his workout stank. This means that you cannot take a passive role as a DM. You have control over the fan, and if you see shit flying towards it, you're going to be expected to turn that fan off before the place really starts to smell like a medieval castle street. With all of that said, I still could not possibly cover the grand mountain climb that is explaining what it takes to be a dungeon master.
Oh, damn, is that just the images for this video?
Oh! I'd seduce enough tall folk to make Kanchenjunga horny for me. But I believe the best possible way to show you what it takes to be a dungeon master would be a demonstration of those undergarment moistifying skills I possess. Lucky for your thirsty butts, I've set up a D&D session with a bunch of nerds, and demonstrate I shall. Alright, Unexpectables, you walk into a tavern, a crowd has gathered, and everyone seems to be having a good time.
All
except the mysterious hooded figure in the center of the room that nobody except you all seem to notice. What do?
Ignore it.
Smash the barkeeper!
I want to smash the barkeeper.
Nobody wants to have a chat with the hooded figure? Who knows, it may tie into one of your backstories.
Nope.
Oh yeah, that reminds me. DM, could you look over these notes I have about my backstory? It's only a few pages long, but I want...
1. What the hell is that thing? 2. Is that Aiden? No, he only has one eye. That is a lot of backstory notes. I like the sheer look of, oh no, oh god, no, he has right now. Because if someone just dropped me that much, I would have the same response. More usage of certain 4-letter words. And the phrase, oh god, why?
Wanted to make sure to keep the authenticity of my homeland as the center point of my character development.
What the hell? This is a fucking novel. I'm not reading all of this.
Oh yeah, speaking of, I wanted to check in with you about this new homebrew I created for one of my backstory's characters. I ran it by a couple of friends and they seem to think it's pretty balanced, so no need to worry about looking over it too much.
Oh, no. I know what you're trying to do, you scruffy looking...
Hey, DM, are there any Goliaths in the tavern? No particular reason, I just wanted to know.
Dude, yeah, are there any? I've been looking for a surfing buddy for some time.
Oh my god.
Beach, right? Well, I wasn't really paying attention. Could you set the scene again?
Whatever. I'll get back to you guys later. Dawn, right. Have you made up your minds about that ambush yet? That guy you've been targeting for the past 3 sessions is
that
right
a TV?
there enjoying his dwarvish drink.
Oh boy, I surely am enjoying my dwarvish drink.
Yarrow. Pretty sure that's Yarrow shit. I just spilled it on himself.
Look, whenever we take a single decision like going to the left or to the right, it goes wrong. We need to have 100% flawless plan.
Oh, maybe we can go talk with him? But if things go wrong, I can use my gun.
When the fuck did the Lion Dragonborn get a gun? I don't remember giving him a gun. Has he always had a gun?
Just one guy. Why don't I just sneak up on him and poison his drink? I have a +10 to stealth, plus advantage with my cloak of invisibility, and add on another 10 if Franz uses his pass without a trace. No one will ever see me, and we can avoid this whole encounter.
Or I can use this gun.
What is the rat doing? Also, I love how every single person is voiced by a different character. That's insane. I mean, I knew he was pulling in a lot of people. I didn't realize this entire scene wasn't. And the rat's throwing a chair. Is that actually a rat or a possum?
Bottoms, you upright marsupial!
Oh,
marsupial. 6
marsupial.
minutes and 44 seconds. If you don't come to an agreement on a plan, I'm feeding your minis to the Wigglers. Group Stupid,
What?
you follow into the tavern as well.
Hey,
You see the
Sips!
mysteriously hooded figure, now eyeballing you down and casting a menacing...
I actually recognize these characters. Sips. Pretty sure that's Felix. I'm pretty sure that's Absurd from Puffin Forest. And goddamn, I have seen that gnome. I don't know where off the top of my head, but I know I've seen it. And it's bugging me. It's bugging me a lot.
visage. They gesture towards 5 open seats and say that you should go...
So who's the most expensive looking dude here?
That's Dingo.
I don't fucking know.
Expensive?
There's a noble in the corner of the room, sure, but he's busy talking with somebody else right now, so maybe you should
Oh,
probably...
no.
I'm already there. I intimidate him to challenge me to an arm wrestling match for all his golden belongings.
Hey, Absurd, you could use Charm Person.
It is
That would
absurd.
cause a
Oh,
charm
that's
status
Zibasha,
that would
isn't
give
it?
you advantage on any social...
I asked him to give us all of his money.
Absurd.
I rolled an 11.
Well, that's really more of a help action, which actually...
What the fuck? I didn't even ask you to roll yet.
But I did it already. Look, an 11 is good.
No, it's not.
Now, everyone likes absurd.
I intimidate him to challenge me to an arm wrestling match for all his...
I'm sorry. I didn't. I knew we were getting Absurd, but I didn't know Puffin was actually going to voice. I've missed Absurd. I wish he did more of those. Just stupid stories. Oh, God. It just... Yeah. So many characters all doing their own thing. No one's working together. And it's just a giant clusterfuck of, oh my God, whyness. Also, I'm pretty sure this entire skit will end with Joe Crap dropping bears on them. Maybe drop bears, but bears. Specifically with falling damage. That's what's going to happen. That's my call.
His golden belongings.
Fucking fine. You start to arm wrestle him for some of his gold.
Oh, I already stole it all. Also, he might be cursed, because, you know, backstory stuff.
All right, sure. In the meantime, the hooded figure in the middle of the room that everyone decided to totally ignore transforms into a massive towering titan, and the roof of the tavern is blown off, revealing
Evilus Maximus, the demon lord of darkness.
Vilius Maximus? Now, my Latin's a little bit rusty, but that name seems a little bit on the nose. It sounds to me like he's actually ripping off...
Oh, I just noticed those. Those are reboot figures. Sorry, I'm just having a massive nostalgia kick right now. Oh my God, I haven't seen Reboot in years. I think I was still in... Oh, God, I was in elementary school when I saw it. Oh, damn. Assassin. Yeah, it's a Assassin's Creed ass logo. That's nice.
off the Pope's title of Pontifex Maximus, so maybe we should be on our guard for some vile bishops and dastardly cardinals.
No, he's not. Shut up. He looks down upon you all, and with a snap of his fingers, everyone's magical items disappear.
No, not the Thanos effect.
This is outrageous. This is unfair. I demands to roll an opposing skill check.
Ooh, this is the classic weaken your opponent before the showdown strategy used by the really egomaniacal bad guys. He wants to demonstrate that we're over-reliant on our magic items as a sort of condescending attack on our self-worth. Watch, next he's gonna say, your puny trinkets won't save you now.
Your puny trinkets won't save you now.
And thus we have come to the absolute worst player. The one who completely understands what the DM is doing and then says it to show like, oh, I get this. See, this is what they're doing. Can you imagine? That's exactly what I do. Oh God, that's me. I mean, I'm also all the other dumb stuff too, but this is the one I do a lot. Oh no. Oh, I'm that player, aren't I?
He says, holding all your loot in a glowing orb in his grip.
Ooh, textbook orb strategy.
Stop making comparable analysis. Evilus then casts Hold Person on all patrons of the tavern. Everyone needs to roll
Counterspell, counterspell, counterspell. Hey, did you see this new ad for an over-the-table dictionary? What's it called?
Counterspell?
Fucking how many counterspells do you even have?
A lot.
All of them.
No.
Oh my God. He actually wrote that in there. Why does it say XP? Seriously, so many... Counterspell, magic do not arcane away. Counterspace, counterspell, counter resp. Counterspell, 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 Stoppo spell, cantrip, no. The fuck magic silent to sorcerer, Estopa. Ooh, my favorite, the Estopa. Counterspell, 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 counterspell. Okay, this is Dave Clappy. Dave Clappy them cheeks. Why is the name getting me? It's so stupid. I'm going to ask my DM if I can rename Counterspell Estopa. I'm going to do it. I swear I'm going to do this. I'm probably going to need to pay a bribe, which would involve more fanfiction reading of his choice. You know what? Never mind. Reading My Immortal again on stream is probably not worth changing the name of Counterspell in the game to Estopa. Even if it is tempting.
All of them?
No way, you really don't have that many.
Of course I do.
Bullshit. Let me see your character sheet.
No.
Let me see it.
No.
Let me see it, Tabby.
No.
No,
you can't.
As a Beastmaster, Warlock, Fighter, Sorcerer multi-class, I'd like to use my Beast movement to carry me to the enemy, then have them attack the enemy, then use my Familiar's action to use the Help action, then cast Haste on myself, cast Eldritch Blast as a quicken spell, use Action Surge to put a light on my Beast's nose, and attack with my hasted action.
Oh, sweet. My Shield Guardian spell
He's just looking at his notes. He has notes. Oh, dear God. I think these are actually things you can do at a high enough level. And we are currently watching as the DM is just dying because his big bad is going to get curb stomped by a group of people who have way too many powers. Yeah. Oh, God. That moment of dawning horror. Why is this video convincing me to be a DM? When really, it should convince you to run away screaming. Oh, God.
because he targeted me with a spell. So that's going to be a faithful hound right on Evilus's heels. Now that it's my turn, my sweet, sweet pup is definitely going to have a munch. And then I'll have the Guardian run and slap him. And then I'll use my 9th level spell slot to conjure... Wait, hold on. 32 enormous constrictor snakes. You're keeping track of all these initiatives, right?
Is that actually a thing?
Don't forget that I also have 2 horses, a mastiff, and 6 chickens.
Why 6 chickens?
Oh, actually, I still have my movement. Can I dodge as a free action?
The dog's name is Cheese Puff, by the way.
Joel,
can I play this?
No.
Well, you two sort that out. I'm going to try to scam as many people as possible out of their coin.
Whoa, hold up there, you oversized crow. You said you were lawful good.
Oh, no. I said I was a half-elven town guard turned hospice nurse and non-lethal hedge knight. But, you know,
What?
I can understand the confusion. Besides, I don't believe in alignment anyway. I'm trying to get my scam on. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, may you lend me your ears. I have here in my hand one of the...
He's snake oiling it.
Okay, so as I stand up in a chair, everyone looks at me. I smile
Oh,
charmingly.
dear God, the
Everyone
teeth.
starts cheering already. As I pull out a 12-corded ukulele.
Excuse you, who's the DM here?
Oh, you, of course. But in this scenario, I will have to roll persuasion or performance. And if I pass a DC check 15, I will charm everyone around me into following my every command. Doing this will allow my character to start its own company, creating profits through the selling of a very specific...
No.
Don't worry, everyone.
What?
Just think of all the friends we've helped through our journey and the ties between our hearts that will help us defeat Evilus Maximus.
Okay. 1, really good voice acting on everyone's parts. 2, I've seen some of these happen already. I haven't been playing for a year yet. I've actually seen a lot of this happening. 2, I guess this is 3 now. Fairy tale. I'm not going to explain that comment any further because if you get it, you know exactly where I'm going with this one. Also, really like how he just changed up the art style. Unless he had someone else draw this section, which is entirely possible. Just great range of art there.
In the name of Saloon, I will punish you. Believe it.
Can I stab her and take all her stuff?
Later.
Hey, DM, not that it actually
He didn't
happened,
say
but
no.
hypothetically, if I lost a dice set you let me borrow, would you happen to have another one?
Was he? I'm sorry. Did he start eating his own knife? What the hell? Also in the name of Saloon. Yes. Yes, he is eating his own knife. I'm just going to roll with this one.
Happen to have another one?
I swear, I have the perfect
Hurting
music for this
cats.
exact situation. Just hold on 1 second, I'll find it.
Music!
Good idea. My furball pulls out their ukulele and begins to sing to the villain. Hey, you with the villainous smile, why don't you come and stay and get to know me a while? We're two of a kind, two sides of a coin. Well, I got no tail, I could give you some.
Alrighty,
Oh my! Well, it wasn't Bard.
That's enough.
I feel as though we haven't really sussed.
Is that? Oh God! The Benny Hill theme. He actually pulled up the Benny Hill theme. The perfect music for a fight chase scene that you don't want to be taking seriously, but he wants to be taken. He's so. I think this should have been Dungeon Master (parentheses) how to break a person.
Out the emotional stakes here. I mean, who is evilest to us, you know?
He's the demon lord of darkness. He murders people and is awful and terrible and bad.
I mean, that's basically
Is
the player
he perhaps
characters.
A metaphor, a construct representing the lasting woe that persisted after the Age of Reason. Or maybe we are all evilists. He's a reflection of our own inner...
Nope, shut up.
You know, we probably can't even take Evilists. According to the strategy guide, he commands 4 Krakens made of, like, pure gold, which are actually lawful neutral, by the way. So they're technically not even evil, and they just serve an evil lord, which is interesting because...
Hey, stop reading the official campaign setting.
How's he funding all this?
I think I have a general
Yeah. Yeah. Again, hurting cats. He still has a gun. The Dragonborn has a gun. She has a gun. Felix was farting. Random
Okay,
step.
shut
What?
up!
I should make pudding pretzels tonight.
Evilus Maximus has you all completely surrounded and begins to speak.
Foolish mortals, I've lived for 1,000 lifetimes, and once I'm done with you, I'll continue to live 1,000 more. You are merely a blink in my existence. I felled gods and consumed worlds. Worlds which yours
Oh God, there's a lot of dead people.
own inadequacy. For the darkness I've tamed this.
We've got him now, guys. I cast polymorph in the middle of his speech.
Yeah, turn him into a T-Rex. No, wait,
Okay,
T-Rex
I'm
is
gonna
bad.
grab
Turn him
Freckles.
into something
I'm
small.
gonna dimension
Oh, critical crowd.
Evil Maximus.
And Yara in the background just flipping them all off. He casts Sphere of Annihilation. Is someone just saying random loud noises?
Shut up! Everyone shut the hell up! No, you can't talk to the barkeeper. They ignore you. I didn't read your backstory. Your homebrew is rejected. There are no Goliaths, and pay the fuck attention next time I describe the goddamn scene. No, I'm not going to
Is he
describe
gonna
it
go
again
through
for
everyone?
You all took too long, so your ambush fails and you fall to the floor of the tavern. Also, your target runs away. I never asked for a single one of you to roll, so all your dice go to waste. You don't get that gold, your intimidation fails, and you stop being a dongly-bongly rules lawyer for once. You two
No.
stop comparing my totally original campaign to popular and historical media. I will sick the light gray walkers on you. You don't counterspell, your sheet
gray.
is revoked, and no, you can't do any of whatever all that shit you were trying to do, you moldy min-max and munchkins. Nobody listens to you, and the guards show up to arrest you for disturbing the peace.
Hey, it's all right.
Is that Matt Mercer? I think it actually is. Holy shit. More importantly, and this is something I'm actually asking, is there actually a way to summon like 32 snakes? Because at the one time, that's crazy. On the other hand, I kind of want to do that just because throwing a bunch of snakes at someone, that would go insane.
Right, Joe Crap, there's no need to get so hostile. If you just take a moment to talk to the players, I'm sure we can all...
Nobody cares, Matt Mercer.
Okay, it was.
Oh, man.
No, and no to all of your plans.
I don't know, the trash might
Evilus
work right
Maximus
now.
Doesn't get interrupted by your spell. He conjures a giant mountain on top of the world, rocks fall, everybody dies, and that's the end of the session because nobody wanted to talk to the obviously mysterious hooded figure in the middle of the fucking room.
And thus, we have reached the ultimate trope of D&D that even I knew about before I had ever done anything D&D related. You piss off the DM, rocks fall, everybody dies. Although I think he probably could have just let the Trask idea work, because you don't control the Trask. You got a pet Trask! And by pet, I mean it now wants to eat you first. Yay! Oh, God. I love it, though. He made a previous joke about Matt Mercer being contractually obligated to sneak in your room and hit you whenever you play a certain character class. And that was way back in some of the first videos. And now just a couple years later, in this video, he actually brought Matt Mercer in just to yell at him. Oh, God. I need to watch Critical Role. I haven't watched any of it yet. I just see everyone else referencing it at this point. Oh, God.
mysterious hood figure
Fine, whatever. Leave. I don't need you. I can find some other players who would be happy to play the game I meticulously planned for them. Go on and cry about it online, you dice munching goblin breath weirdos. This is what you get for ruining the scene. It's all your fault, you know. You're welcome.
And thus the DM is now alone.
Satisfied? What the hell else was I supposed to do? If they don't want to play the game I've set up for them, then they don't deserve to play at all.
Jocat versus Joe Crap.
Maybe, but did you ever think about the game they do want to play? You know, the players are just as much a part of how the session goes as you are. Part of D&D is about how anything can happen. But I planned out this whole thing for them. I even got all the books and everything. It was gonna be a sweeping story with awesome NPCs and an epic conclusion, but they're not doing what I need them to do. That's true, and maybe they never will, but that might be okay.
Character development for the
keep
DM.
In mind where you want the game to go, but not everything
The one thing that's
has
the
to
hardest
be
to
by the
learn.
books.
When to
Everyone
just step
is playing
back.
their own version of D&D, and as the DM, you have to be able to adapt.
Oddly enough,
Saying no to
this actually works in
everything
more
you
than
don't
just
want them doing
D&D.
Isn't going to give them an amazing experience with infinite possibilities. It's just going to make them feel like the game's better off without them. But what if I do let them do whatever they want, and things go wrong, and it gets boring, or imbalanced, or I forget something important, or the game goes south somehow, and the players don't like the session anyway? Then you go again and do better next time.
And you're already at that point, so it can't get
Could
worse.
be a good start. Yeah, right. And what am I supposed to do? Talk to the players?
Yes.
You can certainly try. Guys, wait. I'm sorry. I was worried that if you didn't play the way I wanted you to, that the game wouldn't be as cool or as fun as I thought it could be. I was too constricting on your agency and shouldn't have stopped you from at least attempting to do the things you wanted. And I should have talked with you and maybe come to some sort of compromise on some of the things I was really stubborn about. Being the Dungeon Master is just really, really scary. There's so much I have to keep track of. Coming up with things on the fly can be really hard, and I want to run the best game I can for everyone. And I'm terrified of messing things up. So sometimes I can get a bit...
Vapid?
Immature.
Anatomically confusing?
Aggressive.
They actually put a... Did they actually just do what I think they did? Yeah, they... Atomically, yeah. He decided to draw his own skeletal makeup.
Anatomically confusing?
Aggressive. But I'm willing to try again, if you are. So how about it? Would you like to play some D&D?
Aww, they're all just smiling.
So, Krabby, you were saying you wanted to interrupt Evilus Maximus.
Yeah. I wanted to cast Polymorph on him in the middle of his speech.
Alright, what's your spell save DC?
Spell save?
15.
Against all odds, you successfully polymorph Evilus Maximus.
Polymorph for the win.
Into
What
a
is that
meek little
bird?
sheep and falls to the tavern floor. Seeing this happen, several of the tavern patrons throw up their hoods to reveal they are part of Evilus's cult. Everyone roll for initiative.
Damn. Okay, seriously. Any future animations have to have him on the shelf. Okay, that was amazing. I didn't recognize Takahata 101, but yeah, no, it was him apparently, and I'm a little disappointed I missed that. But holy crap, I'm actually surprised how many of these different guys I recognize because I've been browsing through so many of their YouTube channels when I was basically binge watching everything D&D related. Oh my god. And just, this was so freaking cool. I mean, I was expecting this to be one hell of an episode. I was expecting it to go in and be like, oh, serious, like his usual semi-sarcastic, and by semi, I mean massively sarcastic take on all things they could possibly do with this. But this was better. This was so much better, and I love it. Oh. He did an entire freaking episode of an actual scripted drama. I was not expecting that, and it's beautiful. He animated both in the game, out of the game, the drama in and out, and it was beautiful. And just the sheer mind fuckery of having to deal with all that. You go watch him literally break before finally just saying, fuck it, we're going to roll with this. And then he actually rolled. And once they succeeded, they just got all the little cultists around, and oh dear God. I know he put the end. He's probably not going to do any more of these crap guides, at least for D&D, kind of like how apparently he stopped doing the Monster Hunter ones, which I will be doing next, but I kind of want to know what to do more because I just want to see more Jocat stuff. I like his animation. I like all his stuff, and I want to see more. I'm not an addict. I can quit anytime I want. Unfortunately, and I am unfortunately aware of as well, what will happen first is less that I will decide to watch less, and more, I will watch it all, and then I'll be just sitting there going, I need more D&D. I need more D&D. Let me get that D&D. I need that sweet, sweet D&D goodness. Yeah. They're going to do Z Bahsa next. Probably butchering his name, but it's me, so I always do that. Yeah. So we'll just find out what happens. If you guys have any recommendations, let me know. Because I want to know what you guys want to see. Because this was one of the recommendations. All of this, everything to do with a crap guide to D&D was such a massive recommendation for literally years. And it was beautiful. So thank you guys for recommending this one. For literally bashing me over the head until I finally gave in and did it. And I'm so glad I did because this was great. Oh, hot damn. All the same, everyone, thanks for watching. If you haven't already, there's a link below to the original video. Hit it up. If you've already seen it, hit it up again. There's so much in there. So many little gags he put in that I know I missed. It was just so dense, and I love it. It was just a great episode. Just go check it out again. And if you can, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, do all that. And once you've done that to him, once you've already subscribed to Jocat, make sure you did, which I definitely... Yeah, okay, I definitely subscribed. I didn't need to check that because I knew I was already. Yep. Once you do that, then hit me up as well. Subscribe, like, hit Discord, all that jazz. I'll see you guys in the next one. Adios.